Have you ever considered living outside of the United States? Do you get tired of the seemingly endless social and political drama, the ridiculously high cost of living, and the ultra-processed foods? Maybe you're like me, who just really wanted to get away from the boring monotony of chain restaurants and what is becoming a coast-to-coast monoculture where everyone speaks the same language. Perhaps you're yearning to have a cultural experience different from what you've been exposed to your whole life. Something different that can broaden your horizon and give you a different perspective. Since I was a child, I dreamed of living somewhere that was different, somewhere exotic to my then current environs. This was not a phase or something that I would ever grow out of. Once I was old enough, I traveled to Central America and eventually I made my way to Greece and Italy. I took a minor degree in classical studies and fell in love with the ancient world. Once I was able to actually travel to the Mediterranean region, I fell in love with the views, the food, and the warm people. I decided that I was eventually going to move to this region and live part of my life here. It became a big picture life goal to spend a significant part of my existence in the Mediterranean basin. However, it turns out that moving to an EU country is extremely hard as an American unless you have really significant wealth. So the goal of living in places I wanted to be were put on hold and I went about my life. I knew an Albanian in America that fled communism by escaping to Greece, but for some reason it wasn't on my radar as a place to move to. This despite its rich history and proximity to the places I was more familiar with. Fortunately, YouTube started playing videos from Albania and I decided to look further into it as a possible candidate country to immigrate to. The more I learned, the more attractive the country became. Turns out that Albania is the most pro-American country on the planet owing to its history of cooperation before the communist era, and America's support for the Albanian people of Kosovo when they were attacked by Serbia. Many Albanians live in the US and almost every family here has a relative there, creating a strong bond between the countries. They have special provisions in their laws to favor American citizens and make it reasonably easy for us to come and stay in the country long term. Currently, they offer 1-year visa-free travel to the country, which I think is exclusive to Americans. There are also many opportunities to immigrate here from the purchase of a home, retirement, being a digital nomad, having special skills, or doing charity work. Once I moved here, I discovered how much I enjoyed the lifestyle. Going to different vendors to purchase my fruits and vegetables. Maybe one has great peppers while a different one nearby has better tomatoes. I found a good butcher to buy my meat from, and there are plenty to choose from, as goes for the cheese shops. Trout from Lake Ohrid is a staple here in Pogradec where I live. There's always some available along with other fish from the lake. I only use grocery stores to get things I can't get from small businesses. I like supporting family-owned shops while also having the convenience of supermarkets for my incidentals, and to get things after the street vendors close up, which is usually around 4 p.m., so you need to come early. If you are considering moving here, you should know that the supermarkets are well stocked and offer most of what you are used to in the rest of the Western world. Although it should be noted that they do not carry produce, you have to buy that from the vendors on the streets or in the little markets. Unlike the US, you really don't need a car to get around. There are inexpensive buses that run all over the country and typically leave every half hour. A ride from my village into town is about 75 cents, while the 3-hour journey to the capital, Tirana, runs about $7. The local buses usually stop running around 5, but there are taxis available if you miss your bus. After coming to the country several times to explore, I purchased a small home with an orchard attached. This gives me a residence permit and allows me to stay in the country long term. I intend to pursue citizenship after residing here for 7 years. My experience here has been absolutely magical and I have made many new friends, Albanians, Americans, and others. They have been very helpful and have made my move here the gentlest of landings. Since I have been here, I've even adopted a dog. This is Victoria, who is perpetually indulged and pampered by my girlfriend and I. We should all be so lucky. Albania is a country that offers many different environments, from rugged mountains to beautiful seas and beaches. There are also historical sites everywhere for those who are inquisitive about the past to explore and enjoy. There is stunning natural beauty for those who enjoy the outdoors. Delicious restaurants abound for you, offering delectable cuisine to satisfy any palate. Finally, the walkable cities offer a plethora of experiences for any inquisitive traveler. Basically, Albania has something for everyone. I hope you enjoyed this short presentation on my first few months moving to Albania as an American. If you did, please like and subscribe. I make videos here about history and my experiences, so if you're into that kind of thing and enjoy, welcome aboard. Also, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Mira Popcham.